Wow, wow. Love, Mom. This is a card I received on a bouquet of flowers, but we'll get to that. My life is just one long game of truth and dare. I would like to share one chapter in particular. I was 27 years old when I decided to tackle one of the most grueling trail races, the Western States 100-mile endurance run. I am often asked, why run 100 miles? To which I respond, why not? And that's always followed by, how can you run 100 miles? That is a totally different question with a much more complex answer. And that is the beginning of my story of truth and dare. My story begins with a truth. It was 1997, and I was introduced to a really fun weekend running group. It is there that I met my dear friend Trish, who is the reason I am the runner I am today. I looked up to her. She was, and still is, an amazing runner. She and her other running friends were talking about taking a trip to the Grand Canyon to run the epic and difficult Rim to Rim. I was so excited. This was going to be my first big running adventure. It broke her heart to tell me she didn't think that I could do it. She was probably right. So I dared myself to run a marathon. To prove to myself, and let's face it, to Trish too, that I was capable. A few days later, I received a bouquet of flowers, and the card said, wow, love, Mom. The story goes, when my mom called the florist to order the flowers, she says, that's all you want the card to say? My mom replied, well, my daughter just ran her first marathon. The florist says, wow. Let me tell you about what was going on in my life when I found running. I had dropped out of college. I had moved back in with my mom. I was working in a grocery store. One day, my mom found a pack of cigarettes in my backpack. Long story short, she said, I needed to get it together. When I talk about my running, this quote comes to mind. I see your pain, and it's big. I also see your courage, and it's bigger. You can do hard things. In 2003, my name was chosen from the lottery to run the Western States 100-mile. A brief history about this iconic race. The first race was run in 1977. It covers 100.2 miles, or 161 kilometers, through the treacherous, difficult Sierra Nevada mountains. Each runner has a pacer whose job it is to ensure that the runner is safe. You get a little bit loopy, a little bit crazy after all those hours and all those miles on trail. Each runner has 30 hours to complete this task, earning the coveted finisher's belt buckle. Some truths are hard to swallow, and in the game of ultra running, I know these things to be true. I may not finish. It will not always feel good. And I had to wrap my head around those things as I ambled along the trail. In an event like this, your crew and the race volunteers are invaluable. My crew consisted of 6 people, including my sister, my pacer, and Trish. I did not include my mom because I was her baby, and it would be difficult for her to watch me suffer. At the first sign of my struggle, she'd likely say, it's okay, honey. You don't have to finish. You did so well getting this far. And what I really needed was somebody to say, suck it up, Buttercup, one foot in front of the other. You can do hard things. By about mile 60, I had stopped eating. Nothing tasted good. Nothing sounded good. Nothing felt good. I was weepy. I was angry. I was frustrated. I was all the things. But one foot in front of the other. you can do hard things. Just before mile 80, I was reborn. Welcome to Rucky Chucky. This is where runners cross the Truckee River. The snow melt water, which was up above my waist, pumped life back into my legs. Unfortunately, that life did not last very long. The sun came up, the temperatures rose, my pace, my attitude, and my energy fell. As I contemplated my life's choices, I overheard my pacer talking with another runner, and he didn't think that I was moving fast enough to finish in under that 30-hour time limit. Damn. I stormed off. I gave every ounce of my energy to that trail. One foot in front of the other. You can do hard things. I finally make my way to No Hands Bridge, mile 96.7. It is here that runners cross the Truckee River one last time. My direction is clear and purposeful. I pick up Trish to run the last 3.4 miles with me, but that last 5K is up one last giant hill. My legs ache, my tummy is empty, my spirit is all but broken. One foot in front of the other, you can do hard things. My crew met me outside of Placer High School and ran me to the track where I sprinted the last 200 meters, crossing the finish line. 29 hours, 42 minutes, 34 seconds. 100.2 miles, 37,000 feet of elevation change. I finally muster up the energy to call my mom and let her know that I was okay. A few days later, I received a bouquet of flowers, and all the card says is, wow, 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 love, Mom. What running Western States has taught me is that when I dare myself to do hard things, I uncover the truth of what I am capable of. My mental strength, my physical strength, and the phrase, you can do hard things, continue to guide my life. I share this strength with my students, with the athletes of all ages that I coach, with my family, with my partner, with my friends. The truth is, life isn't always easy. So let's dare ourselves to do hard things.